Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine your pet just, being their usual adorable self,
Right.
and they could actually, like, help out with the household income.
Sounds a bit wild, doesn't it?
It does. But it's apparently not just for those huge internet-famous pets anymore.
No, exactly. Even if you don't have like millions of followers, the sources suggest there are real ways your furry friend could bring in some cash.
What's really interesting, I think, is how the whole digital world has opened this up.
Yeah, it's made it way more accessible. It's less about trying to go viral overnight, maybe, more about, focused effort in certain areas.
Right, finding your niche.
And that can actually lead to like real financial results.
Exactly. So for today's deep dive, we're going to explore how you might potentially turn your pet's unique charm into maybe a side hustle or even build a whole brand.
Sounds ambitious.
Well, we've been digging into insights from this source, monetizing pet power. And our mission today really is to pull out the key bits, the practical steps.
Without making it feel overwhelming.
Yeah, think of this as your shortcut, your quick guide to understanding the possibilities here.
And what really jumped out at me from the material is this idea that it's not or shouldn't be about just, exploiting your pet.
Right.
It's more about building something, well, authentic, based on the bond you already have.
That makes sense.
Right.
Okay, so where do you even start with something like this?
Well, the guide we looked at really flags building a social media presence as like a main starting point.
Okay, the primary avenue.
Yeah, and one with potentially, real income down the line. We're talking creating dedicated accounts, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Seems big now, too.
And why is that so effective, do you think? Why start there?
Well, if you think about it, visual stuff, especially with animals, it hits differently, doesn't it?
Oh, totally.
There's a strong emotional pull. How many times has a cute pet video just like made your day a little better?
Countless times. That connection is definitely powerful. And the guide, it mentions those big names, right? Doug the Pug, Nala the Cat.
Yeah, the superstars.
But they started small. Just simple photos, everyday moments.
Pretty much. So the first steps seem pretty clear. Get those accounts set up on platforms where you think your pet's personality will really come across.
That raises a good point, though. Like, what kind of content actually suits your pet?
Right.
Is it those quick, funny TikToks, or do they have, like, a whole routine that could be a YouTube vlog?
You've got to figure out what feels natural for you and shows off what makes your pet special.
Good point. And once the accounts exist, it's all about posting regularly, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. The guide hammers this home. Fun, good quality content that captures their uniqueness.
Those weird habits they have, or...
Yeah. They're funny reactions, the cute stuff, moments that make you smile, basically.
Because that's likely to make others smile, too.
And consistency is just huge for these platforms, The algorithms seem to reward accounts that keep putting out fresh stuff.
Signals you're active, engaged. But it's not just about posting into the void, is it? The source also talks about using things like trending music and hashtags.
Yeah, that's about getting discovered, helping people find your pet's page.
Makes sense. Hashtags are like signposts online.
Totally. They help people already looking for pet stuff find your specific pet stuff. And trending audio. That can boost your visibility, get you seen more widely because your video gets grouped in.
But it's still a conversation, right? Not just broadcasting. The guide mentions engaging with followers.
Crucial. That builds a community, doesn't it? Fosters loyalty.
Responding to comments, answering questions.
Yeah, even just liking their comments back. It makes people feel seen, valued, makes them want to stick around.
And that consistent effort, building that real, engaged group of followers. That's what can eventually get brands interested.
That's the pathway to sponsorships, yeah.
Where the income side can really start to take shape.
It's logical. You build an audience interested in your pet, and pet-focused brands will see the value in reaching them through you.
Okay, but what if you want to make money a bit more directly, not wait for brands?
Well, the guide brings up creating and selling your own pet-themed merchandise. That's another really interesting angle.
Right, taking control.
Exactly. It's more immediate, maybe. It gives
Yeah.
you creative control, and you manage the revenue directly.
And the ideas seem pretty fun stuff based on your pet's look or a catchphrase they inspired.
Totally. T-shirts, mugs, stickers. I saw digital wallpapers mentioned, too. Lots you could do.
And the clever bit seems to be using those print-on-demand services, like Redbubble, Teespring, Etsy.
Yes, that's key. It lowers the barrier to entry massively. No need to buy boxes of t-shirts up front.
Right, they only make it when someone actually orders it.
So even with a smaller but like really loyal fan base, you could potentially make sales. People love showing off their animal affection.
Yeah, they really do. And your pet kind of becomes the face of this little mini brand.
It's a tangible thing people can connect with, shows their support for your pet's online stuff.
Okay, now here's something I hadn't really thought much about. Pet modeling in commercials. The guide actually talks about this.
Yeah, it's definitely a more specialized field, but for the right kind of pet, it's a real industry.
What's the right kind, though?
Well-behaved, obviously. Comfortable with cameras, lights, maybe strangers. Photogenic helps too, of course.
Makes sense. And companies use animals in ads, magazines, even movies sometimes.
All the time, promotional events too.
So how do you even get into that? The guide suggests like actual animal talent agencies or listing sites.
Yeah, places like casting networks or PetStar were mentioned. It sounds pretty formal.
It does, like professional actors.
Well, these agencies, they act as the go-between. They connect owners with jobs in advertising or entertainment, helps match the right pet to the right gig.
And basic obedience training sounds absolutely non-negotiable here.
Oh, for sure. And just being generally calm around cameras and new people. You don't want chaos on set.
Definitely not.
A pet that follows commands and stays cool in a busy place, that's gold in this field.
And the guide mentions putting together a portfolio. Even just good photos you take yourself.
Yeah, think of it like their headshots, a professional intro. High-quality pictures can really boost their chances of getting noticed.
Interesting. Okay, so we've got social media, merch, modeling. What if you're more into like writing or making videos yourself?
Right, the content creation route. The guide touches on launching a pet blog or a YouTube channel, maybe even an online course.
So this is where your skills come in more.
Yeah, your writing or video skills, but your pet is still the star, the main subject. It's about sharing useful or fun stuff with other pet lovers.
And the blog topics could be anything really. Diet tips, training advice.
Travel with your pet, daily routines, anything that connects with other owners through shared info or experiences.
And YouTube, vlogs, tutorials.
Funny clip compilations always seem popular too. Anything showcasing the pet's personality, plus your own creative spin.
But the big question, how do you monetize that? Make money from it?
Several ways, apparently. Ads on the blog or channel, that's common. Affiliate links to recommending products you actually use.
Oh, right, like linking to their favorite toy or food.
Exactly. If people buy through your link, you get a small commission. And sponsorships can come into play here too, same as with social media influence.
And online courses, that sounds quite involved.
It could be, yeah. But if you have real expertise, say you're great at dog grooming or know a lot about reptile care, you could create a paid course. Teach people online.
Interesting. But the core idea, it stresses that underneath all the successful pet creator stories, the common thread is just genuine love for the animal.
Absolutely key. The source really highlights this. The best, most sustainable stuff, it's driven by that clear affection for the pet.
You can tell, can't you?
Oh, yeah. That authenticity, it shines through. People connect with it. It's hard to fake that kind of bond convincingly.
It just makes sense. That love shows up in the photos, the videos, the care you take. And the guide says, look, making money from this, it should be fun. It should enhance the relationship, not strain it.
Totally agree. If it starts feeling like a horrible chore or it's stressing out you or your pet, probably not the right path long term.
Yeah, not ethical, not sustainable.
Right.
So the advice seems to be enjoy it. Celebrate what makes your pet special, try different things. And who knows?
Maybe your furry buddy becomes the next big thing.
And you get to enjoy the ride and maybe, just maybe, earn a bit extra too.
And often that love is what sparks the best ideas in the first place, you know? It's the engine driving it all.
So wrapping up then, it feels like there are quite a few paths you could actually explore. Turning your pet's charm into potential income isn't just one thing.
Definitely not. From building that social media buzz to designing merch, maybe dipping a paw into modeling.
Or creating your own blogs or videos.
Yeah.
Lots of options.
But the heart of it all, that key ingredient we keep coming back to,
Is that real, obvious love for your pet.
that's what connects. That's what often makes it work in this, well, unique space.
Okay, so for everyone listening, here's something to maybe mull over. What's that one little thing, that distinctive quality or funny quirk about your pet that you think might really resonate with other people? And, you know, if any of this deep dive sparked an idea today, what's maybe one tiny first step you could take just to explore this whole monetizing pet power idea a little bit.